a post-apocalyptic pug crawler, and that's a good title. And that's a good logo too, if that matter. I also like the company logo with the barking dog sound. Any key, or do I turn this controller on? Okay, how much is that? Yeah.
The year is 1980. Tensions are at a boiling point between the U.S. and the USSR after a thermonuclear blast eviscerates a small U.S. Air Force base in the rural town of Damascus, Arkansas. The U.S. are swift to respond, firing a retaliatory strike at the USSR.
What a good
which is
visual
dismissed
metaphor.
by a Soviet officer as a false positive by their early detection satellites. As the American Titan II missiles plow through the Soviet countryside, the USSR is only able to mount a meager counterattack from remote satellite locations before it is completely wiped off the face of the Earth. China and France, in light of this sudden and terrifying American aggression, launched strikes of their own against the U.S. And after a short but intense series of reprisals, the world is raised to the
I like
ground
that
by
choice when
nuclear
there's so
on
many
fire and human
games
civilization.
that are that exact game, but with proper theming.
Yet mankind is not doomed. During
Tank
the Cold
Wars to a
War,
certain degree,
the great,
there's
the
Missile
good,
Command.
and the gilded
I like that
invested
twist
heavily in
too, that it's
next-generation
not
bomb
the
shelters
usual thing of the
enormous
US and the
self-sustaining
USSR
subterranean
wiping each other
cryogenic
out, but
compounds
like
designed to preserve life until the outside
the
world
US wipes the
becomes
USSR
habitable.
out and then
Compounds
everyone
which,
else wipes
due
the
to
US out.
cost-cutting business measures in the name of competition and industrial espionage, failed to work entirely.
The music and the narration are really fighting here, though.
Bathed in lethal radiation, the greatest minds of the 20th century and all living memory of culture, technology, and agriculture are lost. While on the surface, the very hardiest specimens of humanity cling to life, survive, then thrive. From the ashes, a new world emerges. An ersatz, post-apocalyptic, stillborn 80s continues
Ersatz?
indefinitely, populated entirely by the toughest, meanest, and outright dumbest of God's creations, the Wasters. Years later, however many more than can say, even those who can count, the barren desert landscape of the Western Wastes is host to bitter factionalized warfare. Wasters fight tooth and nail. over
It
the
is
most
weird
precious
how,
of
like,
natural
post-apocalyptic and also the
resources,
80s has, like,
beneath the
become this
sands
thing
that
for
fuels
games.
all of uncivilization. Buried deep within the cooler's chambers, the very radiation that killed off society's chosen few imbued their potable provisions with a sick green glow and a radioactive buzz. Booze, it affectionately came to be known, and those dumb enough to weather its taste found themselves taking a sharp detour off the human evolutionary highway, mutating in strange and confounding ways, and acquiring both permanent brain damage and a ravenous addiction to the stuff. Against this backdrop of organized chaos, the Wasters scrabble in the dirt, looking for just a drop of the good stuff. And the right guy in the wrong place at the right time with the wrong drink could be a major headache for those who seek power.
That's a very overwrought intro what they're going for.
I'm kind of feeling like could go either way. It's hard to get a read on yet.
Also, I like this, like...
the Mac window.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, before you had the, like, Chicago font going on.
Oh yeah, that's where I recognized it. I mean, in my experience here, appearance actually stays mostly the same.
Let's see. Oh, you're gonna select them all, huh?
I don't usually think of a side shave as a comb over. I also don't usually think of heavy metal meaning anime.
Yep. And it's strange how, like, long hair is, like, the shortest. Wow.
The Kawaii-ko-chan.
That's just a lot. I think this got the big laugh, so. Shame on you. Okay.
It's going to be hard to top hard boiled.
It really is. Yeah, no contest. No contest at all.
I kind of like how the pointed one looks like the One Punch Man face.
It does. Okay, so...
She looks like she's about to say okay. Oh, a number of them work. Oh, I can't decide.
Anybody else have input on this one? Because, I mean... We got some strong choices here.
Don't see anything in chat so far.
I guess
They're
you're...
missing their chance.
Yep.
I trust your judgment.
Yeah, that kind of hurts the eyebrows in a weird way.
That's quite intimidating in a way.
Oh. Cliched scar. Yeah, this is a tough one. Yeah, freckles please.
That works.
Okay.
New boys, rip and shred. Hands where we can see him. Hate to break it to you, but you've just wandered your way into becoming the new boys' first big score.
I'm
Yeah,
amused
you
how that
boys,
snap
rip and
zoom
shred.
during the
Nothing
dialogue
personal,
feels so
it's just how
extremely
things work
Bethesda
out
Fallout.
here in the Western Wastes.
You do know how things work in the Western Wastes,
That's
don't
definitely
you?
intentional. So let me just... I suppose I can actually get my chat up here. Okay.
See, rule of thumb around these parts is that you get wasted.
Or you get wasted trying.
And we're bad.
We're tough.
We're inexperienced, but we got the right tude. Even a virgin dingaling has a chance of being a bona fide bone blaster the first time through.
Can it, boneheads? Bottom line is, we new boys aren't afraid to turn you into another wasteland statistic, unless you hand over everything you got and get the heck out of here. There's 3 of us and 1 of you. But don't be a moron. Just hand everything over, and we won't have to kill you.
Wait, that's it? This ain't hardly no big score at all.
Well, the new boys gotta start somewhere. Heck, this butt munch came here to make a booze run with this stuff, to risk neck and nutsack down in the depths of the cooler, armed only with these thingamabobs. Ain't that right, waster?
So, I can't help but noticing that by virtue of the common problem of forgetting to account for trans characters, female characters, we have a trans character.
Yeah. maybe that's just a wasteland colloquialism.
And if this crap's good enough for old Fartwith over there, it'll be at least 3 times as good enough for the 3 of us.
We split it 50-50-50. Right, boss? Like rip and share, rip and share, rip and share.
Shut it, you rad buffoon. We'll discuss it once we're in the cooler. As for you, Waster, don't even think about following us in there.
Yeah! We'll use your stuff to rip you to shreds. Rip and shred, baby. Rip and shred.
Well, once we figure out exactly what these things are anyways.
You've been warned, Waster.
The comedy isn't quite there.
There. No way that waster's getting this thing open. What the? How'd you get past the lock? So you're telling me... Crap! Boss ain't gonna be too happy about this. Tell you what. I'm gonna get this thing open and lock you out like the boss wanted. Just you sit tight and don't try anything funny, you got it?
That is not the best hold down left stick indicator. But fortunately, I played video games before. Oh, that's a toggle. Yeah, that's nice. So this is definitely like straight up low rent Fallout.
I was kind of hoping it was like actually about pub crawling.
Wait, not do a big charge punch though in that center.
Don't move. I mean it. Don't move.
Tripping hazards! The boss was gonna use these tripping hazards to cover our tracks, but he spilled them all over the floor and now he's boxed in. Oh, this is horrible!
Stay back. These things will explode if they detect any movement.
Please, Waster, you gotta help the boss!
Okay, that's some Fallout humor.
I'm at the point now where I'm going, okay, I get it, Fallout.
Yep.
Have a second joke, please.
Yep. Oh. Yeah. Use weapons to hurt things more. Gotcha. That's the thing.
Ka-ching. Oh, now you have to kill him more.
Oh, fine. Oh, physics at least happened.
not a great sign when a comedy game makes me start painting my nails.
Hmm.
This music kind of doesn't sound 80s to me as much as it sounds like Yamaha DX7 or something.
Just barely keeping together enough to get to the main gimmick of this. It's already decorpsed. It's really not about me either. I got my hopes from the cover title.
This game started out very strong and got very ho-hum very fast. It feels very afraid to be its own thing.
Yeah.
Ooga booga!
I had broken his groin. Okay. Garbage, go away.
The booze is kind of a background element, not to mention, like, you aren't even that mutated. And it seems like most of the game is just going to be looting and hunting.
I mean, I get the vague impression that there is eventually a... Because there's multiple resources of things being on cooldown. Okay, the time limit factor. This is some more maze-like too than I was expecting for a tutorial area.
Let's too easy. Here I come.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I like don't care enough about my equipment to want any of this stuff. I'm also not a fan of like the number of dogs I've had to kill so far.
It has been a large number. I don't like in general, not to mention how games use mutant as shorthand for okay to kill. Like it's not really the same as say zombie. Like zombie implies that like the
Yeah.
intelligence is gone, right? And it's basically just like a rabies monster. Whereas mutant just means like, their genes are wrong
Mhm.
and they're ugly, so you better kill them.
Just for a second, I actually read that as like the other kind of genes. Yeah, they are addressed pretty poorly. And the music's already like definitely more or less welcome too.
I was expecting a second track by now,
Yeah.
or like a combat track.
Mhm.
Are there some like extremely faint vocals in the back?
I don't think so. They were during the intro. They were like really interacting badly. Ow. I have been injured by a thing. I don't think away.
This doesn't sound to me like 80s music so much as one of the less memorable Rise of the Triad maps. There's a remake that I'm really sad didn't get just a little more time in the oven. But yeah, there are definitely vocals.
Oh, there's
But they're just like really weirdly mixed.
Okay, I'm just gonna like charge blindly forward until one of two things happens. I find this alleged mutation booze, or I die.
This is a long ass tutorial level.
Yeah.
Like the game still hasn't really conveyed what like the core loop is.
Yep. Okay. Good.
Oh.
I appreciate that there is a new skeleton army. And was I actually intended to eventually just die?
Oh.
You bought yourself a few more seconds, game. Ah. Oh, I see. We're definitely going for a sort of roguelike thing. Bones files and the whatnot. Yep, okay.
There's a nugget of something interesting here.
Yeah, but like, it needs actual level design.
Yeah. And maybe better writing. And not
Yeah.
trying so hard to be just Borderlands and Fallout mashed into one.
Yep.
And I
Kind
feel
of a
like
shame.
that combination but campy would work better if those two be very campy.
Yeah,